it's easy to solve mathematical operations like these. Yes, they're simple addition or multiplication problems. Why do you think I said they're simple? It's because there are only two integers to be added or multiplied. But what if we have to solve problems like these? In such cases, we use mathematical brackets to group any two integers together. Like in this question, we can group any two integers together. Maybe like this. Or it can be done like this as well. Which one of these would give us the right answer? Before we find it out, let us first solve these two expressions. Here's the answer for the first one. This part gives us 25 and adding it to 7 gives us 32. Now pause the video and write the answer for this expression. Let's look at the solution. In both cases, the answer is 32. It means both these ways are correct. This is the associative property of addition. It states that we can add regardless of how the integers are grouped. It can be best expressed like this. Does this have any application? Of course, yes. Here's an expression for you. Now, how fast we solve this expression depends on which numbers we group together. If we group the first two, we get the answer like this. But what if we would have grouped the second and the third numbers like this? The answer to this addition is 100. And adding a number to 100 is much easier and faster. In both cases, we get the same answer, but this grouping is faster. So does it work only for addition? The associative property also works for multiplication of integers. Let's consider this equation for now. We can group these two integers together to solve it. Pause the video and find out the product. The product of these two integers is -2, and the product of 5 and -2 is -10. Let us associate these two integers now. Do you think the product will differ because we have changed the grouping of integers? Here's the solution. The answer is still the same, -10. That's because of the associative property of multiplication. It states that we can multiply regardless of how the integers are grouped. Here's a good way to express it. The associative property can therefore be helpful for solving problems related to addition and multiplication of integers. We will look at more examples later, but what about subtraction and division of integers? Are they associative? No, they're not. Look at this example to understand it better. If the last two terms are grouped, then we get the answer as 3. But if the first two terms are grouped, then we get the answer as 1. We can see that as we change the grouping of integers, the result also changes. So is the case with division of integers. Here's the summary of our discussion based on all the three properties of integers. Have a look at them.